The second semifinal game is just moments away from tip-off, and here we go as Sleep Slower and Res Bombers go head-to-head, trying to put on an encore from what was an amazing first semifinal game. First three-pointer and the first shot attempt of the game goes from Sleep Slower, who's wearing the gold jerseys. No good on that last shot. Ball will get into the hands of the Res Bombers. Res Bombers enter this one as the number 3 seed, Sleep Slower as number 2. Layup is no good from the Res Bombers. Back the other way it goes into the hands of Sleep Slower, who fires a 3, and that shot is good. The captain, Pan, able to get the three-pointer to go, the first points of the game off the three-pointer. Quickly, the lead. Answering right back, an attempt from the Bombers. Three-pointer from Ngala is no good. Just getting underway here in this one, a 3-0 lead, courtesy of the three-pointer by Pan. That's where we are right now as this ball is nearly turned over, kicked out into the corner, and now back inside. Layup is good for Yipeng Fan. Makes it a 5-point game early on. The other way, another turnover. Sleep Slower tried to go quickly, but turned it over themselves, and it goes back to the hands of the Res Bombers. Driving in, now kicking out. Another kick out for 3. Three-pointer on the way. It's good. Barbosa for 3. And that puts the first points of the game, much needed for the Res Bombers. Another shot on the way. That's no good. Bombers corral the rebound. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound comes free. The Bombers with an offensive board. Another 3 on the way, and it's good. Jonah Holiday with another three-pointer. It's raining threes for both teams early on. And the Bombers have their first lead of the game, 6-5. Down low, Sleep Slower trying on the penetration kick out for 3. No good on that last shot. Rebounded by Holiday and taken the other way. Holiday with it. Gives it off to his right for Ngala. A 10. And he gets it out, saves the play. Now a 3 once more. That rims out. Sleep Slower grabs the board, takes it the other way. On the perimeter, Lin. Across for Pan, who gives it down low. Wang driving in, kicks it out. As they slow things down. And Koo lost the handle, turns it over. Possession back into the hands of the Bombers. Ngala gives it off for Holiday, who takes the 3, and that's good as well. Man, what a showing it's been early on from long range for the Res Bombers. 9 points, all of them courtesy of the 3. Another three-pointer, this time from Sleep Slower, is no good. Trying to answer right back, they can't. Still a 9-5 game. Alberto kicks it over, and Ngala pump fakes the 3. Now he's going to take it from straight away, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Sleep Slower, who comes down this near side now, driving in, trying to kick it out. They can't. It's taken away. Alberto with speed, behind the back move, tries to reverse the layup, and he flubs the shot. It was blocked. And whistle, no foul. It's going to be a throw inbound here from baseline. Kicks out, another three-pointer on the way, off the front of the rim, and it bounces in. He gets the touch to go. 4 made threes in this game by the Res Bombers. All of their points courtesy of long-range shots. And with 3:50 to play, a timeout is called. The time is continuing to run here inside the court. But what a showing early on from the Res Bombers. 12 points to Sleep Slower's 5, and all of them courtesy of threes. In case you missed the first game, you missed a good one. At the end of that game, it was a 3-point game with under a minute to play, about 20 seconds to play. The Savages were leading the Blue Jays, and then miraculously, somehow, Mark Shacker was able to hit a three-pointer with about 20 seconds to play to tie the game. And then, with about 9 seconds left, he stripped the Savages of the ball, hit another three-pointer to give them a 3-point lead, and then they assessed technical fouls on him, giving the Savages 4 free throws, of which they made 3 to force overtime. And then in overtime, the Blue Jays were able to somehow win the game. The 5-seeded Blue Jays advanced to take on the winner of this game in tomorrow night's championship game. If this game could only live up to that, then we've got a show in store, as a foul is called on that penetration. Right now, the Res Bombers are trying to earn themselves a chance to play the Blue Jays tomorrow night. About 3 minutes to play in this opening quarter. The ball in the hands of the Res Bombers, and it's knocked away. Goes out of bounds. We'll do it again. Looking for a man. He finds one in the hands of Brennan Aten. Beyond the arc, Aten looking for a man. He gets it off to Holiday, who tries to give it back, and he loses the handle. The other way goes Sleep Slower on the penetration, and it's defended perfectly by Barbosa. He steals the ball away and gets it back up court. Barbosa now fighting for possession. He loses it. Koo goes out of bounds. Possession's going to stay with Sleep Slower here in gold. The three-pointer from the near side, nothing. An air ball is handled by Ngala, who slows it down for the Res Bombers. Takes it across half court. Gives it off to Holiday. Holiday working in. Now backs it up. Gives it off. Barbosa has it knocked away. He's able to land on it, though. Sitting on the ground trying to get it free, and it's going to be a jump ball. Under 2 minutes to play, a jump ball is called. Possession's going to stay with the Res Bombers, it looks. Inbound comes to Ngala. Ngala driving left. He's walled off well by Koo. Able to get it out for Alberto. Driving in, left hand is good. Left-handed layup makes it a 9-point game here, with about a minute and a half left to play. Three-pointer off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Bombers. Holiday. Pass off to his left. A long three-pointer front of the rim. No good. Wang carries it up the court. Wang with a Euro step in. He gets the layup to go. Nice move by Wang. Cuts the lead to a 7-point game. 14-7, 50 to go. Outside Alberto. Gives it off. Holiday. Holiday gives it off now on a handoff to Aten. And he has it knocked away. Was looking for a shot. It was blocked. Now a bounce pass inside, and a layup is good. A late comeback attempt here by Sleep Slower has cut the deficit to just 5 with 20 seconds to play. Ngala on the perimeter. Circling with it, now driving, kicks it out well to the three-point line. Euro step into the lane, and it's knocked away. A foul is called with under 10 to go. There's 2 seconds left in the quarter, and that will do it. We'll see if they reset the time or not. Players are starting to walk off the court. Referee is signaling something here. Free throws at the end of this quarter will be given to Frederick Alberto. First one's no good. He'll get a second one, and then that'll do it officially for this opening 8 minutes. Alberto's second is good. Makes it 15-9 the score after one. So Sleep Slower was able to come back towards the end of that quarter, make this back to a close game. The Res Bombers came out firing to start this one off. They were shooting threes left, right, and center, making most of them, able to jump out to a 6-point lead. As we'll step aside for the first time in this one, we're back in 30 seconds for the start of the second quarter. Back here for the start of the second quarter here on Inferno TV. If you haven't heard of Inferno TV, we are glad you could join us or watch this one after the fact. Either way, Inferno TV is an entirely student-run club here at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism here at Arizona State. Broadcast a variety of sports, not just basketball, but also hockey, soccer, a variety of sports. They're all student broadcast, student-produced, student-run from top to bottom. And so if you want to support all of our broadcasts and catch all of our broadcasts in the future, you can watch them here on this Inferno TV YouTube channel. You can also follow Inferno TV on Instagram and on Twitter to stay up to date with all things Inferno TV related. We appreciate you once again for tuning into this one, whether it be live or after the fact, to watch maybe your son or a friend or maybe yourself play in this intramural game. That shot is no good. Looking for a foul. There's none called. Both teams sort of stopped for a moment. And Gala will take it quickly the other way, and he's fouled on a reverse layup attempt. With 7 minutes to go, just 1 minute into the second quarter. First free throws of the quarter will come from Miles Ngala. A 6-point game at this point. The Res Bombers leading 15-9. Courtesy of a lot of three-pointers that have gone their way early on. First free throw from Ngala is good. He's trying to go 2 for 2 now from the line, and he does not, as that one hits the back of the rim and rims out. So Sleep Slower will cross midcourt and start up an offense. Into the corner, three-pointer, no good, off the mark. Missed everything. Ngala corrals the board. Ngala stops, fires, no good. Rebound was there offensively for A10 for a moment, but he lost the handle. Turns it over. Sleep Slower with possession. Across half court, now dropping one off. Across it goes for Canho Lin. Lin with a few crossovers, trying to create separation. He does on the step back. Goes off the front iron and comes free for Ngala. Another board for Ngala. He's been a big factor early on in this one for the Res Bombers, and a nice crossover creates some separation on the near side, but he decides not to take the shot. Instead, Alberto finds Barbosa, who is fouled inside the key. He lost the handle on the ball, but he was able to draw the foul with 5.5 to play in the first half. Less scoring to start this second quarter than there was in the first. Long inbound finds Ngala well beyond the arc. Ngala is stripped the other way on a 2-on-1. Pass across. Layup is good. Off the backboard and in. 2 points for Sleep Slower. Quickly the other way. A three-pointer trying to answer back, and it rims out off Frederick Alberto's three-point try from the corner. But Alberto with a hustle steal, and it goes out of bounds. Possession will go to Sleep Slower. Good hustle by Alberto to even make that close. He's contesting it was last touched by Sleep Slower in gold, but they're going to rule that it's in the hands of the Res Bombers. They changed the ruling, which allows a three-pointer. That's no good. A10 missed the mark, but it stays with the Res Bombers off the offensive board. A10 behind the back to keep possession, looking for a lane. No foul called as both players take a spill. And now Sleep Slower the other way. A floater is good. Just the right amount of touch on that layup. finds the bottom of the net. 3-point game. 3-pointer off the mark. And now Sleep Slower with some momentum to get this one back to a close game. 16-13 in favor of the Res Bombers. Out it goes. Driving in. Layup, no good off the side of the backboard from a tough angle. Holiday the other way, double teamed and no good on the layup. Fight for possession, it's going to be a jump ball. Barbosa was right there to try to secure it, but they're going to call a jump ball instead. Possession's going to be in the hands of Sleep Slower. At least that is the signal. 3.5 to go in the first half, 16-13. It's been relatively slow scoring in this one so far. Both teams struggling to make their shots. Ingala trying to strip it away. He can't. Ball gets to the corner for Koo. Now inside. Back out for three. That shot's no good. Now the other way, here comes the Res Bombers with a three, that's no good. And now a layup on the follow-up, Barbosa gets it to go. 18-13 now the score. 2.5 left to play. As we hope to get the camera back online, if not the end of this quarter, to start the second half. The Bombers with the ball with 2:20 to play. And Gala on the far side. Beyond the arc, he tried to shoot a three, but he lost the ball on the way up. Keeps possession and driving in was a 10, but he was blocked. A block by Koo. Now the other way. Sleep Slower, kicks it out. A 10 behind the play with the steal. Coming from off the ground, he gets the steal. And now he takes it coast to coast. No look behind the back pass. Gets into the hands of Ingala. Now another cross-court pass. The ball flying left to right. Three-pointer on the way. No good off the mark from Alberto. Sleep Slower, picking up the pace. Driving in, it's blocked. No foul. Ingala the other way. Left-handed layup is good. 2 points for Ingala. 20-13 the score. Quick three. No good from Sleep Slower. And finally, pace will slow with the Res Bombers slowly taking it back across half court. A 10, fires a three. Rims out. It's grabbed by Wang. Gives it off to Koo, who crosses half court with 1:08 to play. Koo, straight away from beyond the arc. He gives it off now to his right. Three-pointer on its way from Wang is good. A big three as this first half winds down, cuts the lead to 4 for the Res Bombers with 50 seconds to play as they try to make this one a close first half. Layup, no good from the Bombers. Rebound stays with them, and now an opportunity for Holiday. He gets fouled. Can't get the shot to go. 40 seconds to play in the first half, as Holiday prepares for 2 free throws in the final seconds of this one. Jonah Holiday will take his first, trying to make this a 5-point game. He cannot on the first one. He misses off the front of the rim and to the right. So a chance to split him at the line as he motions his entire team beyond half court behind him, which they do. So 3 players for Sleep Slower outside of the key. Nobody for the Bombers on that side of the court. Holiday's second free throw is no good. He misses both. Taking it past half court now is Koo. Gives it off to his left. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And a fight for the rebound goes out of bounds. It will be in the hands of the Res Bombers. And Ingala takes it up. Past half court. Kicks it out to the corner. Driving in. Now down low. Layup. No good from Holiday. Out of bounds. And they'll give the ball to Sleep Slower here with 24 to play. Koo, pass all the way across. Lin driving in, down low. Fan, reverse layup, no good. And now the potential last shot for Miles Ngala and the Res Bombers, who slow it down with 9 seconds. Ngala stops, long range three, no good, rims out. Offensive board, kicks it out. Alberto rising up, no good. And that is how the first half will come to a close. 20-18 Res Bombers. 20-16 Res Bombers through the first 16 minutes of this game. As we are at the halfway point. A good first half for the Bombers, but Sleep Slower was able to chip away and stay in it. We'll have the second half for you in about 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere here on Inferno TV. We're back in 2. Back here for the third quarter here between the Res Bombers and Sleep Slower. 20-18, 20-16 is the score. As we're officially underway here in the second half of this one, the second semifinal game of this intramural playoff bracket. The winner of this one will take on the Blue Jays tomorrow night in the championship game. And quickly, an opportunity the other way for Sleep Slower. The second chance is good. And now that does make it 20-18, a 2-point game in favor of the Res Bombers. Holiday backs it out. Holiday still with it with some pressure on him. He's fouled on the reach-in. Foul will go against Wang. We saw an incredible first game between the Blue Jays and the Savages. This one has been pretty good so far as well. It's been close all throughout. It's a 2-point game now in the third quarter. And Holiday drives in. Will we get a charge? Yes. Wang draws the charge. Turnover for the Bombers on Holiday. And now Sleep Slower has an opportunity to tie it or take the lead. And the three-pointer is good. They'd rather take the lead. It's 21-20 off the three. And Sleep Slower has the lead here in the second half. Barbosa tries to go up with it. And contact beneath the basket. Fan looked like he took something to the mouth, grabbing at his chin area. Hard contact. It's going to be an inbound, it looks like, coming for the Bombers, but not before a timeout is called by Sleep Slower. And so with 5:57 to play, they're going to stop the clock for the first time in this half, with Sleep Slower leading by 1. As I mentioned earlier, if you haven't already heard of Inferno TV or tuned into any Inferno TV streams before this one, we're glad you could join us and thankful that you are here to stop by and watch, whether that's live or after the fact, whether you're watching yourself play, maybe a friend play, a family member. We're glad you could tune in to this game here tonight. Inferno TV is a completely student-run club that broadcasts all sorts of sports. We broadcast intramural basketball. As you can see, we broadcast club hockey, the ASU club women's team and men's teams as well, FC Arizona and other soccer teams, a variety of sports. And so we encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel here if you want to watch any of those broadcasts in the future. Entirely student broadcasted, student run. And it's always a pleasure to showcase these athletes who work so hard and who play their hearts out every time they go onto the court, onto the field, whatever it might be. Layup is good by Brennan Atan. 2 points for him. It's 22-21 in favor of the Bombers as they retake the lead. Under 5.5 to play, 5:25, a long 2. Off the backboard and the rim, no good. It sits there on the baseline before it's finally dished out beyond the arc. Another three-pointer on the way, and another three-pointer is buried. Man, we're seeing it rain from three from both of these teams. Not afraid to shoot the ball from beyond the arc, and they're showing you why. 24-21, contact by Holiday, and that's no good, but the foul is called. With 4:50 to go, Holiday will go to the line to shoot 2. Chance to tie the game here with these 2 free throws. Holiday hits the first one. A 1-point game here with under 5 to play. Second free throw is good as well. So he hits them both. And he ties this one up 24 apiece. Driving in now is Fan, and he gets the layup to go. A nice reverse move. Makes it a 2-point lead back in favor of Sleep Slower. Barbosa kicks it out. Ngala's three is no good. Rebounded, though, offensively and knocked away. Alberto had the handle for a moment, but he lost it. Here comes Sleep Slower. Kicked out for 3. Now they'll back it out. Up top it goes once more for Koo. Fan down low into the corner. Three-pointer. That's no good, off the mark. Back into the hands of the Res Bombers. Here's a 10 with it, driving in. Floater is no good. Rebound comes into the hands of Sleep Slower, who takes it across half court on this near side. Across, Koo thought about the 3, drives in instead, kicks it out to the corner, stops, pops, off the mark. Fan couldn't grab the board. Ngala will take it across half court for the Bombers. Ngala with speed, spinning, left hand is good. A nice layup from Ngala ties it up once more. It's 26 apiece with under 3 to play, 2:40 to go. Pan passes it over. for Koo. Into the corner. Now stopping. Fadeaway jumper, can't get it to fall. He was wide open there, and Holiday will grab the board instead. 2:20 to play in this third quarter. Holiday gives it off. Barbosa thought about the three. Instead, he drives in and he hits the top back iron. Rebound comes free for Pan, who is fouled on the drive. They're going to call the foul on the Res Bombers with under 2 minutes to play. Inbound will come here for Sleep Slower. Tied at 26 in this one. Championship on the line tomorrow night. The winner of this game will face the Blue Jays for the Intramural Championship in 2023 as Pan is swarmed. He loses the ball. 2-on-1. A 10. Layup with contact. Can't get it to fall. Barbosa offensive rebound. Gives it off for Alberto, who gets it to fall. The offensive board crucial. Gives the Bombers another chance, and they take advantage to make it a 2-point game. Three-pointer looking to answer back. It's good. An immediate answer for Sleep Slower. It's back to a 1-point lead for the guys in gold. 1 minute to play in this third quarter. A 10 drives in, all sorts of space, and he makes the use of it to find the bottom of the net. Back and forth we go as the lead shifts back to the favor of the Res Bombers. Koo. Bounce passes it off for Pan. Pan driving in, gives it off. Fan off the foot of Holiday. Looks like they're going to actually say it was off the foot of Fan himself. And now a whistle. And maybe they will overturn that to the other way. Let's see what the official ruling is. Nope, just deciding to take some time with it. 20 seconds to play. The ball in the hands of the Res Bombers, who lead it by 1. After this, we'll have an 8-minute fourth quarter to decide who goes to the championship game. Drive in. Floater. Good. A 10. Another bucket as this quarter comes to a close. 2 seconds left. 1 and no good. That'll do it for quarter number 3. 32-29. Still anybody's game as we get set for the final quarter of regulation between the Res Bombers and Sleep Slower. What a game it's been through these first 3. Don't go anywhere as we're going to have the fourth quarter for you in about 2 minutes. Stay put. We're back in a few. Start of the fourth quarter here at the downtown Sun Devil Fitness Complex and the semifinal game between the Res Bombers and Sleep Slower. What a game it's been through the first 3 quarters. We got 1 more left to play in regulation, and a quick shot by Sleep Slower is no good. Gives the Bombers some time to try to add on to this lead and hold on to advance to the championship game tomorrow night. As Atan drives in with the right hand, he can't get it to fall as it hits the backboard and the rim, but a little too strong, and now he strips it free. Gets the ball back. Koo able to keep him off from driving in. Atan gives it off for Holiday. Holiday slows things down, hands it off for Alberto. Alberto motioning the offense, gets a screen from Holiday, drives in, kicks it out to the corner, gets it back inside the key. Alberto with contact on the layup. Layup is no good. The other way, 2-on-1 for Sleep Slower. Driving right in and getting the basket, I should say, is Wang with contact, no foul. Able to make it a 1-point game, 32-31 in favor of the Res Bombers. Three-pointer is good. A long three-pointer off the backboard and in. He called bank, and it's a 4-point game. An immediate answer. Three is good. How about that? Lynn, 5 seconds later, answers back with a three of his own. We're back to a 1-point game. Barbosa spinning. Gets it out Ngala. Ngala pulls up. Now fires and he hits. Another shot is good for the Res Bombers to extend the lead back to 3. And now it's turned over. The Bombers the other way. Pass inside. A 10 will elect to back it out instead. Now he shoots a 3, and it's no good. What a shot that would have been. Would have made it a 6-point game. Instead, it's 3, and on the drive, the ball's knocked free out of the hands of Wang. Possession will stay with Sleep Slower. The Bombers disagree, and the clock is stopped with 5:41 left to go in the fourth quarter. Now a pause in the action, as perhaps a change to that call or a timeout on the floor. Either way, we're going to step aside for 30 seconds, and we're back in 30. After the pause in the action, we're back here as we get set for the final 5.5 or so minutes of this one. Of course, barring overtime. The first semifinal game needed a fifth quarter, so to speak, an overtime period to decide the winner. And the Blue Jays came out on top in that one. They await the winner of tonight's matchup between the Res Bombers and Sleep Slower. It'll be an inbound here for Sleep Slower in their gold uniforms, and they inbound it in. And we're back underway. Up top with it. Driving in and can't get that to go. Wang able to fight for the rebound. Ball still loose. Wang. And that's going to be a travel, as Wang could not get it out of his hands to find an open man. Ball is turned over, and the Bombers, who hold a 3-point lead, will try to extend it. A long pass is nowhere near, way off the mark, and a mental lapse and a turnover negates that. Here's Sleep Slower with it. Koo. Pass off to his right. 3-pointer to tie. No good. Handled by Alberto and taken the other way. Alberto passes half court here with it. Spinning. Dribbling with his left. Now on the baseline. Able to stay in bounds. Dribbling still with it. And he loses the handle. Here comes Wang, and he's knocked off the ball. No foul. Sleep Slower wanted a call, but they didn't get it. Alberto. Pardon me. A 10. Loses it. Wang the other way. Wang on the drive. This time he does get the foul call. With 4:17 left, he's going to go to the line as the clock continues to go. Wang has taken some tumbles here over the last few possessions, but he's going to find himself at the free throw line with a chance to cut down this deficit. First free throw is good. It's a 2-point game. Wang gets set to take the second. Off the front of the rim, no good. Ball comes free, and it's taken by Ngala. 3:40 to play. Ngala dribbling with his left, now backs it out. Ngala able to find the open man. Barbosa gets it back to Ngala, but not before a foul is called. With 3:24 left to go, they're going to call a foul on Sleep Slower. 3:15 and counting left in the fourth quarter of this one. And a baseline inbound will come in just a moment. Holiday stands ready to take the inbound. Fan re-enters for Sleep Slower. Inbound comes to Barbosa, who hits the bottom of the rim. Ball comes free, and it's taken by the Bombers. An offensive rebound. Holiday fires a three with a man in his face. He can't get it to go. Sleep Slower the other way. Speed. Pan. Left hand. Good. Tied at 37. With 2:35 left in this one, we are tied at 37. Jumper. No good. Fight for possession. Comes into the hands of Sleep Slower. Lynn loses it. Ngala fights for it. Jump ball. It's going to go with the Bombers. 2 minutes on the clock. As Holiday will inbound. He gets it to a 10. Drives in. No good. He doesn't touch it, and it's going to go out of bounds. Sleep Slower last to touch it. With 1:55, they'll stop the clock. And Holiday will inbound from the baseline. 37-37, tie game. Long three-pointer off the backboard. No good. Fan with a chance to take the lead. He loses it. Ngala the other way. With 1:40 to go, both teams look gassed at this point. But still, time left in regulation for both of these teams to win it. A 10 will fire a long three off the front of the rim, no good. Long rebound, it's saved by Ngala. Comes all the way out to midcourt where it's taken by Lynn. Inside, it's good. Sleep Slower has the lead. It's 39-37. With 1 minute to play, Ngala, it's good, and a foul. Ngala hits to tie it, and he draws the contact. He's got a chance for a three-point play and the lead with 1 minute and 7 seconds on the clock. Well, we didn't think this game could live up to the game before it, but it certainly has. It's been close throughout, and now it is a 1-point lead for the Res Bombers. 40-39 with 1 minute to play. The winner awaits the Blue Jays. Three-pointer, Pan, off the mark. 1 point Res Bombers lead, and they have the ball in their hands with 46 seconds on the clock. Holiday driving in. Holiday puts it up. No good. Rebound loose, and it's taken by Sleep Slower. Koo. Right outside the arc. Fade away from Koo is good. Koo with pressure in his face. And now the ball is thrown away and turned over. A stoppage of the clock with 26 left to go. Holiday steals it, gets it, and the foul. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They thought there was a timeout. Pan is motioning. He thought there was a timeout. There was none called, at least not from the officials, and Holiday continued to play. He stripped the ball free, put it up, got the layup and the foul, and now he's got a chance at an and one. And for a second straight game, some controversy surrounds the end of this game. It's a 1 point Res Bombers lead as the officials will go back to talk this one over. We saw this happen at the end of the first game between the Savages and the Blue Jays. There was controversy at the end of that one. And some similar situation here. Either way, Holiday is at the line with the Bombers up by 1 after the and 1. A chance to make it a 2-point game. The winner will face the Blue Jays tomorrow for the championship. Holiday with a huge free throw coming. Missed it. Rebound is there, and Holiday grabs it. He stepped out of bounds, and they're going to give possession to Sleep Slower. A collision out of bounds. Fan is shaken up, and he walks this one off, trying to gather himself. Holiday stepped out of bounds. He's arguing there was a foul beforehand. He's not going to get one, though. 1-point game. Sleep Slower will have a chance to take the lead. Here they go across half court. Pan with it, driving in. Pan, left hand is good. 10 seconds to play. It's a 2-point game. The clock is running and a timeout is called with 8 seconds remaining. Sleep Slower has the lead off the left-hand finish by Pan. Unbelievable. These last 2 games have been incredible finishes. First it was Shacker with 2 clutch threes to send the Blue Jays to the championship. Now Pan with a left-hand finish might be able to give Sleep Slower a chance to continue their season as well. The Bombers will have 8 seconds to draw up the play. They only need a basket. A 2, a 3, even free throws would be good enough to give them a chance to force overtime or to win this one. We'll see where they're going to put the ball for the inbound. Looks like they're going to start it on this side of the court, this near side, where the Res Bombers need to go. 8 seconds on the clock. 43-42. Sleep Slower holding on to a 1-point lead. Look for Holiday and Ngala on this play. They've been the keys for the Bombers in this one so far. Who do they go to? Ngala is the first one to touch it. And a whistle is blown with 7 seconds left. Ngala and Holiday have been some of the keys in this one for the Bombers. For Sleep Slower, you just saw Pan. He's been a difference maker for them, the captain of the team. Looks like another timeout was called as they talked this one over. The season on the line for both of these teams. And a big possession coming for the Bombers as they try to extend their season and play tomorrow night's championship game, which will be held right here and will be available right here on Inferno TV as well. 7.1 is the time showing here on the court. Inbound will come. Let's see what happens. Holiday goes towards the basket. The ball finds Alberto beyond the arc. Alberto to Ngala. He juggles it. Now he puts up the 3. It's off the front of the rim and no good. And Sleep Slower holds on. 43-42. Sleep Slower will advance to the championship game tomorrow night after an incredible final push in that fourth quarter, an incredible second half by the guys in yellow. They were able to get it done to defeat the Res Bombers. The number 2 seed continues their season. Sleep Slower will play the number 5 Blue Jays tomorrow night in the championship game here at the SDFC. What a finish. And enough, you can't say enough about Pay and Pan. A left-hand layup with about 20 seconds to play gave Sleep Slower the victory. They were able to hold on with good defense. And that does it for the second semifinal game. Man, what a 2 games we were fortunate enough to be treated to here in the downtown SDFC tournament First, you had the Savages and the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays coming on top in an overtime victory thanks to Mark Schacker's incredible three-point shooting and defense. And then in the second game, Sleep Slower with the victory over the Res Bombers despite being down throughout the first half. They came back in the second. Pei In Pan with a game-sealing layup to win it for Sleep Slower. So tomorrow night, you'll see the number 2 seed Sleep Slower and the number 5 seed Blue Jays for the championship right here on Inferno TV. And with that, we say thank you so much for watching, whether you're watching live or perhaps after the fact, a family member, a friend, perhaps a player yourself. We thank you so much for tuning into the stream here on Inferno TV. I've been Ari Wall. Thanks so much for watching, and we hope you have a great rest of your evening. Thanks so much.